Welcome to a brand new episode of Too Far Talk, or should I say a New Year's episode of Too Far Talk. I'm Dom Delanucci.
I'm Joshua.
And this beat is automatic, supersonic, hypnotic, funky fresh. And with that being said, guys.
It took so much out of you just to say that.
It did. It's a tongue twister.
It is.
How was your holidays?
It was great. I got to see the year change from a 3 to a 4.
Nice.
Put a 2 in front of that, and we are in business, son.
Man.
That was about it.
Wicked.
Not really. Every year that goes by, I'm slowly turning into this decrepit old man that is going to be shaking his fist at the clouds, saying how Blink 182 was probably the most pivotal band in my life. So,
where are you?
Exactly. I'm going to say that, except being old man. I'm like, where am I?
Nice. Well, man, what'd you do?
What did I do?
Yeah.
I did the most adult thing. I had work the next day, so I stayed up till midnight like a responsible boy and woke up 4 hours later to go to work.
That sounds shitty.
Yeah. What did you do? I'm more curious about that.
Stayed up way too late.
Good.
Napped way too much.
Good.
Played a lot of video games.
Always good.
Watched a lot of YouTube. And that's about it.
All right, cool. So we've reached the pinnacle of our lives, I feel like. This is us.
Had a buddy come down that I haven't seen in about a year, which you got to hang out with him too.
I got to put my fingers to his lips and play with him a little bit.
And if you want to see what he's talking about, hop on YouTube at Joshua.
Yep, it's called Annoying Brian, and I loved it. He's a very good boy.
That's funny.
He's a good boy.
Oh, man. So, a lot of things happened. Like, movie-wise, there was a movie that came out called The Iron Claw, which is about wrestling. Sort of. It's more about family and the family curse.
Yeah? Is Vin Diesel in it?
No. Zac Efron is, though.
Oh.
And so is Jeremy Allen White from Shameless.
Okay.
The family is the Von Erich family, wrestling family. There's a lot of wrestling families. So, you got, like, the Rock's family and a lot of other people that you probably don't know.
Of course. I'm clueless on most of these names.
I mean, you know The Rock.
I'm aware of him.
Everybody knows who The Rock, at least knows who he is.
I can't wait till The Rock develops dementia and he doesn't know who he is.
Well, he just came back this past Monday.
Well, there you go.
It's time for him to be a wrestler again for 3 months.
All right. Is it that time of the year?
No, it's that time of the decade.
That time of the decade.
I don't think he's had like a full-on like storyline since like 2013. I mean, he pops up every now and then, and just to get like a explosion from the crowd. Because it's always a treat when The Rock comes.
It is.
But yeah, like once every 10 years, he wants to pop up and do like a 3-month story. Which 2013 when he came, it was a pretty big story. You know John Cena.
Yeah, I'm aware of him. Yeah. I don't know him personally. He won't answer any of my calls. But,
it's really hard to see him too.
We're really trying on my end.
He's a really hard person to see.
I'm thinking once I hit 1,000 subs, he'll start noticing me a little bit more. But that's probably never going to happen. So
I mean, you're closer than I am.
Am I though, Dom?
Yeah, 300 something. I got 188.
Yeah, but you got some loyal subs. Every single one of them.
I don't know, man.
Super loyal.
It used to be 190.
Dude, we don't need to talk about those two. Those 2 subs that you had that left, they were dead weight.
I also haven't really done many shorts over the holidays.
Yeah, you've been really quiet on that front. I've been missing out on a lot of good DBZ-related memes.
I just haven't really wanted to watch DBZ, but I did do something for DBZ. Over the holidays.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Oh.
Boom!
Oh.
On my arm. I got a tattoo.
For those of you that can't see, because this is audio only, Dom got a tattoo. Dom, do you want to describe your epic piece of art?
I got a new tattoo. It's
Yeah, I just said that. Can you describe it for me?
So it's kind of like, I'll put a picture up. If you don't have time to look at it, then I'll tell you. It is like a paintbrush circle, and on the bottom of the circle is Nimbus. And then the paintbrush kind of forms into the great ape. Yeah. And then inside of it is the Kame kanji, which isn't how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be like the Go kanji. Yeah. Like Goku's new symbol. Yeah. But that's his old symbol from DB. And my nickname's...
That's classic, man.
My nickname's Turtle. Yeah. Kame kanji is just like the turtle house.
I think you forgot to mention one key aspect of your tattoo, though. You got to turn your arm. I'm turning his arm. What about that?
The great ape?
The great ape.
I said that.
You did?
Yeah, it forms to the great ape.
I think I'm losing my mind.
I think
I am.
That's all right.
I'm slowly just becoming more and more dementia riddled.
Sometimes I mumble.
Sometimes, huh?
And it was fun. The lady who did it, which shout out to Cloud Motel. You can find her on Instagram. And also Acid Ink.
Yeah. She did really good work.
She did really good, and she was so excited because
yeah.
she loves Dragon Ball series, and she's never done a Dragon Ball piece, and so she took her time, and she did really good. It's almost healed now, and it's only like 1-2 spots I might need a touch up, and that's pretty good for it.
You know what? I'm still surprised though that she hadn't done a DBZ related tattoo, considering that we have like a base here and a college here.
Yeah, but
so it's
also
like,
at the same time, it's still pretty southern, pretty traditional. Like,
I guess,
like people trying to get like, I don't know, to be honest with you, because there was a woman who was in the shop, and she was getting a tattoo of Sweeney Todd.
Really?
Yeah.
Just of Sweeney Todd.
Yeah, it's like a portrait.
The Johnny Depp Sweeney Todd?
Yep.
Oh,
just
wow.
A portrait on her leg, and it was good.
Okay.
That was British Tony that did that.
When you said the British Tony. Wait, no. What the hell accent was that?
No, I don't have no.
British Tony, how you doing there, love? You want Sweeney Todd? I go to.
And you know the woman that plays Nymphadora on Harry Potter?
No.
Oh, you never watched Harry Potter?
I saw the first 3 movies because I was at that perfect age, and then after that I was like, Harry Potter, more like lamer Potter, am I right, guys? And we all high-fived and played Xbox. You know, guy stuff.
I played Harry Potter on Xbox, but you know, it's a different story.
Way to rub it in, make me feel like a loser.
Harry Potter's okay. I feel like the first 3 or 4 movies was fun, and then after that, you just here for the story, and you're like, dude, come on, give me Harry. Like,
Can we speed this up a little bit, guys?
Part 1 of Deathly Hallows is so damn boring. I can't tell you how many times I felt. I get it. You gotta build up the story to get to the climax. It is a big climax at the end of part 2. Not even beginning of part 2. It's the end of part 2.
Would you recommend just skipping to part 2 then, or do you need to watch part 1 for it to really just click?
I mean, they destroy a lot of Horcruxes. Part 1.
Wow, that sounds riveting. I should probably preface this by saying preface. I'm an idiot. Anyway, I should probably state that I haven't seen the last Harry Potter movie I saw was the beginning part of Goblet of Fire.
I do not like that one,
and that is probably the reason why I stopped, because I also didn't like Goblet of Fire. I was like, this is stupid.
The thing about Harry Potter movies is that, like I said, the first 3 or 4 is pretty good. My favorite is the second one. That's because I was finally allowed to watch Harry Potter.
I got you.
By the time second, because we wasn't allowed to watch it.
Of course.
It was demonic.
I was surprised I was allowed to watch that in theaters with my religious family. First 2.
Well, didn't they just recently become religious like the past few years? Like super religious.
Yeah, very, very conservative Christian. We're gonna blow up some places probably. But that is a little much.
Yeah.
But regardless. That's the vibe. That's the general vibe you get. No, they're great. They're great people. They will make you feel weird after a good hour of conversation.
They just really don't want no evil in the world.
No, they don't. And unfortunately, we live in reality land where evil will always exist.
True.
It's not even evil. It's just like gray. Man. Just mostly morally gray stuff. It just makes them feel very uncomfortable. And
I feel like we need superheroes.
Oh, we can do that.
Speaking of superheroes,
we could find some radioactive waste lying around somewhere here. I'm sure.
Speaking of superheroes, I remember seeing this post. I can't remember if it was at Instagram or TikTok or whatever.
Okay. Was it trending? Whatever it was.
I don't think it was. I think
good.
I think I was just.
You did a deep dive.
I think I was just so far and scrolling
in the hole.
Yeah, that I didn't even read it. I just saw the main screen of. I think it was Instagram because it was just a picture.
Dom was delving deep where no light can enter.
And it was a what if scenario, and I was like, "Yo, that'd be fucking dope."
What is the what if?
What if a symbiote, Venom, Carnage, whatever? Okay. What if a symbiote was in DC and attached itself to Batman?
Interesting.
Because Batman already...
Did someone have some fan art of what that would look like on the post?
Yeah.
Was it cool?
Yeah, it was cool.
Okay.
And I didn't read the comments. I didn't read the next slide or anything.
Check that out.
I just thought about it, and I was like, huh. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I did read one comment that was like there, like they always have like one preview comment, and then you can click on the rest of them and read the rest.
Okay.
And the one preview comment was, well, Batman's already good at talking to himself and rationalizing between good and bad.
Yeah.
So like, and that's one of the biggest problems that like I was about to say Jeff Hardy, and it's Tom Hardy, and it's not even Tom Hardy.
It's Tomothy.
No, it's that's his real name.
Classic British first name, Tomothy.
That plays Venom in Venom.
From Gloucestershire.
I forgot his name in the movie Gloucestershire.
Yeah.
But no, I thought it'd be cool. Like, could you imagine like a symbiote Batman fighting Joker, and Joker thought he was just a normal Batman with a cool suit?
I would love just symbiote Batman to rip Joker in half. Or how about this? He's fighting against Two-Face and he splits his face in half.
Oh.
That would be, and then he says some stupid Venom line.
But I wonder if Batman would allow Venom. I'm gonna say Venom. I ain't gonna say symbiote.
Just call it, yeah.
I ain't gonna say symbiote every time.
Symbiote. It's a good word, but yeah.
But do you think Batman would let Venom kill people?
I think Batman would probably let Venom kill people and then justify it as, well, it wasn't me, it was Venom.
I don't think so.
I feel like he would have to come to terms with that.
I don't think so.
You know he's going to kill Alfred on accident.
Other than food-wise?
Yeah.
Because I think, Venom eats people.
Yeah, Venom eats people. He'll roast the Penguin over an open fire, like a little spit roast, and the Penguin will be like... Wah, 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 wah.
But at the same time, Batman's pretty mentally strong. Yeah. So I don't think he'll let Venom take over.
What was your favorite Penguin?
You know.
Was it Danny DeVito?
Yes.
That is literally Danny DeVito's best acting job. Was the Penguin.
That was a wild movie.
I want to be there when Tim Burton was giving Danny DeVito notes. He was like, can you just be as disgusting as possible? And like, buddy, I'm from New York. Of course I can. I don't even know if Danny DeVito's from New York. He could be from New Jersey, which would also fit the role.
Yeah.
But yeah, just like, all right, Danny, what's that smell, Danny? Like, I've been eating nothing but sardines to get in character for the last 3 weeks.
That's wild.
Dude, this filming production is going to take 2 months. Like, oh yeah.
That is wild.
I like to imagine as soon as Danny DeVito stepped on set, people were just like covering their noses and mouths. Some intern in the back was throwing up just violently.
Did you like that movie?
All right, so everyone has this weird vibe on that particular Batman movie of like they either love it or they hate it. I personally loved it. Yeah. I thought it was really good. Same. It explored a lot of this character growth for the Penguin that I feel like the Penguin is this very underappreciated character because when he was made during a time when it was just comical. Mm-hmm. Villains were comical in their own way. They were goofy.
This was a George Clooney one, right?
No. Okay. That's Batman and Robin. And no one likes Batman and Robin. I saw it a lot as a kid. I thought it was cool.
Yeah, that's Batman and Robin.
And as an adult, I come to appreciate the bat nipples a little bit more. But
I loved them all when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But I was a kid. I wasn't judging movies.
No, you weren't. You were just enjoying. You thought movies were magical, amazing experiences.
And I'm gonna be real. I haven't watched Batman and Robin since I was a kid.
It's interesting. The fact that they have Mr. Freeze as Arnold Schwarzenegger.
That's how I was introduced to Governor.
Really?
Yeah.
That was your first Arnold movie?
Yeah.
Dude, mine was The Predator when I was like 8.
Wow.
Like, I was like...
See, most people say Terminator. I guess me and you are just an anomaly.
No. Do you want to know why I couldn't see The Terminator when I was 8, but I got to see Predator?
Sex scene?
The sex scene, but also Arnold Schwarzenegger's dong is in the
first
opening scene. Just casually. You think Arnold was like... All right, you're going to have to fluff it a little bit. Come on. Do it. Put your hands around it. Come on.
His bare ass was in the second one.
It was.
That's the one I watched a lot. The first one I didn't really care too much about, but the second one I loved. I watched it about 4 times. And
just for the ass. Just for them booty meat cheeks.
I watched it about 4 times before it scared me.
Just 4?
Yeah.
That's pretty good, man.
Because I guess it just didn't click with me that, this could all really happen.
Well, the idea... All right, so...
And plus I was like, I don't know, 8.
You were 8. You were a young boy, a young man.
And I just thought at first it was a cool action movie. And after about the 4th time of watching it, I was putting things together with like life and things like that. And it got to that scene where Sarah O'Connor, she is having a dream and she's walking up to this park and
God, yeah.
Yeah, and
I'll let you finish.
And she's looking at the kids playing and all that, and she's like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And then there's that nuclear blast or whatever it was.
I can't remember because for some reason in my head I always imagine there's no audio of her screaming because she's like screaming and rattling the fence, but you don't hear her, you hear the rattling of the fence.
I think at first she's screaming and then it gets muted out by like white noise in the fence.
You're right. And then what happens, Dom?
Oh yeah, and then flames come, everybody burns, she's rattling the fence screaming, and she gets disintegrated.
She's like atomized, all the skin is blasted off of her body until it's just a skeleton.
Yep. And then she wakes up, and then that's about time I woke up, my third eye opened.
Yeah. and you're like, oh my God, we can destroy ourselves?
And I became self-aware of myself. And
of the world you live in.
Yeah. And I'd start screaming. I was like, oh my God. And I ran in my mom's room, and I was crying. She's like, what's wrong? And I was like, she blew up, and she was shaking this. And she was like, yeah. But That's not really what scared me. This is the fact that I realized that this could really happen.
I think what's crazy about that movie is our parents grew up during Cold War, so they were always like aware of the fact that nuclear annihilation happened. Our generation, we didn't really worry about it as much. Like in the 90s, Russia was really, kind of chilling out. They were doing their own thing.
By then, in the 90s, I would say, other than like random, what's the right word without getting kicked off of YouTube? Attacks.
Yeah.
From
bad things.
Extremists.
Extremist
groups.
Yeah, that should please the algorithm. Sure, they'll feed you in with yo gabba gabba now.
There's like random attacks and stuff like that. I don't really know, other than Persian Gulf, which is still about the same. Just didn't really have a lot to worry about until 2001.
Yeah.
And then 2001 came, and our generation was immediately traumatized.
Yep.
We just watched thousands of people die on live TV.
On live TV.
I was in 4th grade.
God. I was in 6th.
Excuse me. But I was in 4th grade, and I was watching people jump out of this building.
Yep. Really rough.
Yeah. And
you're just learning your times tables and long division. And
we watched it all day.
Why would they... I'm sorry, I didn't want to pick the mic. Why would that? Because that makes me think back on it. Like they did the same thing in my 6th grade English class. They were just live TV.
Yeah,
and I was like, why?
Yeah,
why though? Like we get what's going on. Like, can you guys turn it off?
Yeah, yeah.
As an adult now, I'm looking back on it like, why did we leave it on?
At least after the collapse,
Yeah. Like here's a better question. In today's day and age. That was a stupid sentence. Anyway, today, do you think if something similar, God forbid if that ever happened, I would never want it to happen. Mm-hmm. But do you think if something similar happened on live TV, do you think they would do the same thing in schools where they would play it? Or do you think they would like turn it on just for a quick second as soon as stuff starts happening, turn it off, and like get all the kids in an auditorium so the principal can talk to them about something and then they all go home?
Well, the school I worked at probably would do that.
Because I remember getting sent home that day and I was like, wow, what?
The school I worked at, I didn't get sent home.
I didn't even know what the Pentagon was. I was a 6th grader.
I didn't either. I didn't know what trade towers were.
I didn't know.
I think
Trade Center.
Trade Centers.
Center.
Twin Towers. My apologies.
Yeah, not to be confused with the Two Towers, which was a movie.
But no, I feel like the school I would have worked at probably wouldn't even let us turn on TV. We didn't have TVs. We had a projector.
I keep forgetting that. Like me and you both went to school in two different areas.
Well, like the school that I worked at.
Right.
Not the school I went to. The school I went to, they probably still have TVs, but probably
somewhere.
not. I don't know.
CRTV.
But most schools nowadays, they have like how the old school projectors, you have the light, turn off the lights, and it's not like that anymore. Yeah. It connects to your laptop or your tablet.
Remember the slides?
Oh yeah.
Oh god. Oh, yeah. Dude, I had little mole vision, little mole eyeballs when I was a kid, so I would just constantly be squinting at the screen, not know. And then I would fail math, and no one would know why. And it's like, wild. I can't see. I can't see this fuzzy image that this woman's putting up.
And she's writing a lot. And it's like not the best handwriting either.
Oh, no, it is not good.
Well, not always.
I would have not gave her a passing grade in her writing.
I would always be so happy for the teacher that had good handwriting. And she wrote big.
Yeah, big, all capital letters.
I didn't know I needed glasses back then.
Because that's another kind of weird thing about me is like, as an adult, when I was in like the Marine Corps, I'm left-handed, so I know I'm a cursed man. But I'm left-handed, so no one could really read my handwriting. Mm-hmm. So I got so tired of it that I now, to this day, I still do it. And I write in all caps on everything. So people can read my handwriting. And I've never had anyone comment on, wow, you write in all caps. No one. My family, my girlfriend.
Is this something you did?
I just did it in the military because I wanted people to be able to read what I was writing because, after a while you start getting into leadership roles. I was a sergeant and my guys had to read what I wrote down. Or if you're going on a convoy or something, I need my operator to know what's going on. So I had to write in all caps.
Yeah.
And they never said anything. And I don't know why. I don't know if they're just accepting of the fact of like...
Or maybe it's not as big of a deal as school made it out to be.
Maybe. I think the biggest thing is, and this is still weird for me, it's like if I'm writing around a stranger and they notice I'm left-handed, they always comment like, oh, lefty, huh? And they leave it at that, like I'm supposed to understand something. Like, yeah, I use my other hand, dude. Well, what are you expecting? Like, you must be very artistic. I'm like, more autistic than anything, really, but... I appreciate it. Van Gogh is left-handed. Like, I'm pretty sure he was also insane. So we're not really batting on a good average here.
I try to write my left hand because I figured that if I can teach myself how to do it right-handed when I was a kid, I can teach myself to do it left-handed. And theoretically, I guess you could, but not me.
Sure.
I can do a lot of things with my left hand though. I can't name off the top of my head because I'm talking about it.
Thank you. You can play a video game. That's using both hands.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Did you know that ambidextrous people, they used to say that if you're ambidextrous and you're higher IQ and stuff,
yeah,
a new study's been showing that it's not. It's actually like a lack of motor skills. And
do you know Stephen Hawking once made a comment about IQ tests where he was like, "What's the point of doing it? It's stupid anyway."
Nah, what is it?
He basically, I'm paraphrasing the great late Stephen Hawking, ripped to a real legend, but cheated on his wife.
How?
Dude,
like before
this man figured out so much, and you're questioning whether or not he could not figure out how to cheat on his spouse.
Was he in a wheelchair while he did this?
I'm pretty sure it was pre and post. Yeah.
Okay, pre I got you.
Yeah, pre you're like, okay, yeah, I can work with that. Post you're like, interesting.
Huh.
Did he have like a little jerry-rig system of pulleys, chains?
Well, wasn't his wife in a wheelchair too?
I don't know. I didn't really know her that well. We talked occasionally,
right.
but like we didn't really get into it. So but
I like this theory on time travel.
Yeah. But basically the gist of it was someone like brought up his IQ and Stephen Hawking just commented like, I don't really believe in like the whole IQ thing. I think it's all stupid. I think it's something that insecure people bring up because they're just not confident in any other attributes that they have or don't have in this case.
Right.
It is basically that. And I remember reading that, and that was during a time when online there was all these like IQ tests that you could take, and everyone was falling into the hype of it. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, like what's the point? Like if I'm working at a Wendy's and I have an IQ of 158 off of a random test I did off Facebook, like what is this gonna do? What does this mean? Like I know everything I need to know about square patties and how they're formed and made. Like who cares? I'm not like an executive at Wendy's. Like I don't care.
It kind of like begs the question, like, does mass education really matter?
I think education is important.
I mean, like the basics, of course.
Yeah, but now we're getting into the semantics of like, are you thinking that we should learn basic education and then specialized education? Like what? Like I go to a like is this like the old times where I would apprenticeship under somebody for like 10 years?
Yeah.
It's an interesting concept, but I think the problem with it is you make people very specialized in one thing, which is good. But people like having the freedom of being able to go to school and being able to specialize in whatever they want to specialize and not being kind of forced in a situation of...
Well, it's not really being forced. It's more like, so you learn the basics up until like, I don't know, 7th grade.
Okay.
And then...
Why not 8th? I mean, screw it.
Okay.
Do middle school.
Just skip out school if you want to. Go up to 8th grade, and then you have a decision like, do you want to do do you want to continue your education and get a job in these fields? Or do you want to go ahead and, graduate and then get put into like, if you want to be a mechanic, go ahead and go to like a tech school.
Interesting. So my teenage years are being spent either continuing my generalized education or going into a specialty field like a 4-year long apprenticeship.
Or just like a 2-year tech school.
Or a 2-year tech school.
Yeah.
Well, you got to think. I mean, by the time I get out of 8th grade, I'm like, 13? Going on 14?
Yeah.
So you gotta. I would still want that gap in between then and turning 18. You know what I mean? So you might as well make it 4 years.
I mean, you could also make the decision in 10th grade.
Yeah.
That way you can get some mature social awareness, I guess you can say, interactions.
I think that's important
because then you'll be 16 and then 2-year tech school to like electrician, mechanic, whatever, and then you'll be 18.
Okay. Well, I mean, it could work. I feel like the socialization aspect, too, of just being around like-minded people. Because you have people that are like, oh, I want to be a mechanic, too, and this is why. And you have all of those people mixed in together. Yeah, that could be very good. That could be beneficial. I think it just dictates a little bit much on teenagers because they're so fickle.
That's true.
Very it's like true. A teenager will be like, I want to be a doctor, and then by the time they're halfway through, they're like, I don't want to be a doctor.
It's like theoretically, how could you fix the education problem in society, especially in America?
I like the idea of us talking about this on a podcast. Like, how are we, me and Dom, how are we gonna fix
honestly, in 2016, this is what Too Far Talk was supposed to be about.
Yeah, it was just talking about these in-depth things.
Yeah.
And also just being incredibly crude and rude and edgy. But unfortunately, we had a lot of competition now with these people that basically say, like, I would eat a baby. If you put a baby in front, I would eat the baby.
That's wild.
Yeah. Have you heard the baby eating podcast yet?
Nope.
They just talk about eating babies. It's out there.
I don't think I want to hear it.
All right. Well, they're hour-long episodes, and you'd think they'd run out of ways to eat babies, but nope, 100 episodes deep still.
I think I'll pass on that one.
All right. Well, suit yourself.
But you know, like you take Japan. They love education there.
Yeah.
So how do we turn our society into
Japanese?
Oh no, just education.
We're doing it now, man. It's all anime. You just keep watching Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, buddy, and I guarantee one day we'll be walking around in mech suits. All the girls will have pink and green hair.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, and we'll be getting nosebleeds randomly when we look at them. What a way to live. No, but it's weird that you bring that up because when I was stationed in Japan, we got to, interact with like the locals and everything like that, and we would get to do volunteer trips for like schools.
Right. Yeah.
And we had the opportunity of going to like high school and talk to the students there because they were interested in like the Marine Corps, or like just America in general. And a lot of them were learning English, so we got to talk with them. And very cool kids, man. But like we would ask them like, what's school life like here? Because we would explain like our school life, the American point of view. And they told us about theirs, and we were just kind of blown away because it left very little time for them to explore themselves. There was a lot of like after school clubs, activities, stuff to keep them busy, which helped out because you'd have to be a really like punk kid to get into the bad side of the crowd. You know what I mean? Or just be very poor. And as opposed to like America, you could be a rich preppy kid and still be in with like some kind of shady characters or doing some shady stuff.
Right.
But that's because like here, it's like you either do like sports, or maybe if you're lucky, your school has like an academic club that you can do. But in Japan, it's like mostly academics with sports. Like you'll do like a chess club with a track and field club. And basically they just said that they're always busy, they're always tired, they're always testing, they're always worried about how they do in school, because that literally does dictate what they're going to do for the rest of their lives.
Are they unhappy?
Generally speaking, kinda. Like they just seem like they're good kids. They're just really stressed out, man. You really feel for them because you're just like, little dude, like, I'm sorry, man. Like, what do you like to do for fun? Like, when I have time, like, I like playing in the arcade. I was like, me too, bro.
We want to know something as a perspective of an adult. And just trying to play devil's advocate.
Sure.
As a perspective as an adult, I feel like that added stress is kind of needed sometimes because life is stressful, like real life. Like, something I didn't know about adulthood is having to cook something every night.
Yeah, you gotta feed yourself.
That is stressful.
Is it?
Yeah.
I look forward to cooking.
Every night?
No. I dread that.
Like,
I look forward to, like, just kind of making little mini dishes during the week, and then on the weekend, I look forward to, like, going grocery shopping.
See, the thing for me is that, for about a couple of weeks, I'm cool.
Yeah.
And then eventually I'm just like, well, I don't want chicken. I don't want pork. Don't want beef.
Yeah. Fish.
I'm not feeling seafood. I'm not feeling veggies. I'm not feeling soup.
You subsist on air.
And you're just like, I don't want anything, but I'm hungry.
Are you eating a sofa cushion at this point? just trying to trying to feel, man. That's all I'm doing.
Those are days you come home, you're like, well, I guess I'll eat some crackers.
I like the idea of a grown man sitting on his couch covered in saltine cracker crumbs.
Hey,
just looking at a wall, TV off.
Ritz crackers.
Ritz crackers? Okay,
Yeah.
Okay. You're a classy guy. I like that.
A cracker sandwich.
Chicken biscuits.
Oh.
Chicken biscuit crackers.
Oh.
Ooh.
Those things are good.
They are good. What do you like with yours?
By itself.
Just by itself.
It's so
plain.
good.
Oh yeah, it is good.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
French onion dip though on it.
I don't mind things with it.
No.
But like if someone said, "Hey man, all I have is these chicken biscuits. Do you want them?" Like, I don't have anything to dip it in. I'd be like, "Oh yeah."
You're saying, "Oh yeah," but in your mind, you're like, "I'm gonna marry this friend one day." Like me and this friend.
I remember the first time I tried the chicken biscuits.
What was it like? Transforming experience?
Yeah, I was at my aunt's house. It was my grandpa's sister, and she always had the best snacks. I don't know why. She was a big lady, and it was just her and her husband, and her little chihuahua. But she had the best snacks. All the chips you can think of, crackers, sweet cakes.
She basically sounds like me in my household. Because every time you come over to visit, you're always saying the same thing. guys always have the best.
They have the best snacks. like
I'm a snacky boy. I like snacks. I like pretzels.
How do y'all find such good? I can't find them.
So this is how it works.
So
I am the snack
y'all
guy.
see something. And
I know.
Or I'll see something at your house, and I'm like, yo, where does this even come from? You'd be like, oh, Walmart. I'm like, how?
So my girlfriend is the one that gets the good like main meal stuff, and then I'm the snack bro. So when we shop together, this like cool parallel yin yang experience happens where she gets these awesome main meal entrees, and then I get awesome sides and snacks for like munchies for the rest of the week. And I love that kind of
dynamic.
Yeah, dude, it's such a good dynamic. You're right. That was a perfect word for that too.
But,
dynamic.
But yeah, I was at my aunt's house, and like I said, she has a lot of snacks, a lot of drinks, sodas, juices, milks. Doesn't matter. And yeah, I saw the chicken biscuits. She was like, "Here, you can have some of these," and I was like, "Okay." And
I love that accent too for a woman offering any type of anything. You can have some of these if you like.
You can have some of them.
Here you go.
But yeah,
crack cocaine. There you are.
I took the first cracker and bit into it. I remember heavenly music started playing. It's like.
You didn't look at the ingredients because most of them would probably be like foreign things.
And I remember like looking around, looking at the box, going, "What is this called?"
With the little chicken logo on it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, I didn't read ingredients. I was like,
good. You weren't that kid.
I didn't read ingredients until I started going on a diet.
Oh, don't sound so sad. Now you're bumming me out. Now you're making me want to look at ingredients for a loaf of bread.
Hey man, sometimes
bum myself out.
Sometimes I just want a pizza burger.
Sometimes.
I just want to take the burger stuff, put it inside a pizza, and fold it up.
Pizza.
Heck yeah.
Pizza burrito.
So tired of chicken.
Yeah.
Shoot, man. Well, hey, I'm ready to get this new year rolling, man.
Yeah, let's get it rolling. We got some ideas. We got some stuff that we're going to try to do. Dom is actually helping me out with some compilation videos for my channel. So anyone listening too, if you're ever interested in maybe using some editing services, hit up my boy Dom.
Hey,
I'm always happy with the edits he does. He's really kind of come into your own thing with that. So thank you again.
That's fun. Yeah. And when I started Cannon Pop, that was my whole reason. I want to do more edits, but then Cannon Pop, I don't know, man.
So many ideas.
Just miss having fun.
Just miss having fun, huh?
Yeah, and but yeah, I'm ready to get this new year started. We got the stories coming. I don't have a name for the playlist, I guess you can call it, but it's just going to be the name of the stories. The first one is probably going to be something along the lines of Rent in Gotham, or the Rent experience in Gotham. And it's just pretty much a guy who is trying to rent a house in Gotham.
Yes.
And that'd be funny. That should be out in probably next week or two.
As some men are wont to do, they want to rent because they're never going to own, even especially in Gotham. I would say.
I bet insurance is. Is that part two? Trying to buy a house in Gotham?
It could be. Seems like it, doesn't it?
Yeah, but yeah, I have fun with you. I'm glad that we decided to do this again. Just make it fun and quit making it so complicated. And also, if you made it this far, just know that this is the podcast where you can just turn it on and have background noise. And if you chime in every now and then, it might be funny.
Yeah. I mean, the whole thing is like, we just want you guys to enjoy what you're listening to. And,
yeah.
You know, the fact that we're eating up time out of your life and you have a very finite amount of that available to you. I would love the idea of someone in hospice care listening to us. Hey. They're literally living off hours, and they're like, I better tune in for one more episode.
And if you are that person, let me know.
Yeah, let us both know. I would love to know. And shout out to you. Yeah, man, you're the real legend at the end of the day.
Hey, all right, y'all. Well, it's about time to sign off here. Check us out at Dom Dellanucci on all my socials. Check out Joshua at Joshua on YouTube.
Just YouTube.
Just YouTube. He posts a lot of good shorts, y'all. A lot of funny skits.
I have fun.
And I'm trying to get my man on TikTok. But
I know people are going to be like, oh, it's all cringy humor. Like, that's kind of the point. I love stupid, cringy humor like that. That's his thing. Yeah, that's kind of my thing. I'm sorry for it if you don't like it, dislike it, or just, don't watch it. And either way, I'm happy with it. So you guys have a good day. That's what I'm trying to say.
Have a good day, y'all.
All right. We love you. Bye.
Peace.
Call your mother.